How many times have you prayed asking for something and, in the middle of the prayer, felt that voice in your head saying, "But do you really believe? Because if you truly had faith, you wouldn't be doubting right now." Some people stop praying because they think doubt cancels faith. That if you don't feel an unshakable certainty, God will not hear you. That true faith is the total absence of fear, questioning, or hesitation. But when you read the Gospels carefully, you notice something liberating. Jesus never asked for perfect faith. He asked for available faith. This is the second video in the series, God Does Not Demand What You Do Not Have. In the first, we saw the general principle. Now, we are going to apply it to the subject that generates the most spiritual guilt, faith. Because if there is one thing that paralyzes sincere believers, it is thinking that their faith is too small, too weak, too full of doubts. In this video, you will understand how Jesus dealt with imperfect faith, and you will realize that he never rejected anyone for having fear mixed with belief. Breathe. Your trembling faith is still faith. There is a scene in the Gospels that changes everything when you pay attention to the details. It is the multiplication of the loaves recorded in John 6. There was a hungry crowd, and Jesus, before performing the miracle, asks Philip, "Where shall we buy bread for these people to eat?" The Bible makes it clear that Jesus already knew what he was going to do. So why did he ask? Because he wanted to reveal what they had, not what they did not have. And when the disciples searched through the crowd, they found a boy, 5 loaves, 2 fish. Andrew even commented, almost embarrassed, "But what are these for so many?" As written in John 6:9. See the brutal honesty. They brought what little there was, but they verbalized the doubt. This won't be enough. And Jesus, he did not rebuke them. He did not say, "Where is your faith?" He simply took what was available and multiplied it. The miracle did not begin when their faith became perfect. It began when they offered the little they had, doubts and all. Now think about Cana. The wine ran out. Mary goes to Jesus and says, "They have no more wine." And Jesus answers something that even sounds harsh. "Woman, what does this have to do with me? My hour has not yet come," John 2:4. But Mary does not argue. She simply turns to the servants and says, "Do whatever he tells you." Notice, she did not fully understand. She had no guarantee that Jesus would act. But she had one thing, willingness to obey even without having all the answers. And what did Jesus ask for? Something absurd? No. He said, "Fill the jars with water." Water. Something they had, something common, available, nothing special. And it was with ordinary water, brought by ordinary people in simple obedience, that Jesus performed the miracle. He did not create wine out of visible nothing. He transformed what was already there. Because God does not work by demanding what does not exist. He works by transforming what already exists. Have you ever stayed awake at night, trying to manufacture faith? Repeating verses, forcing conviction, trying to suffocate the doubt that insists on coming back? And the more you try, the more it seems that faith slips through your fingers. Because forced faith is not faith. It is performance. But there is a moment in the Gospel of Mark that destroys all this pressure. A desperate father brings his demon-possessed son to Jesus and says, "If you can do anything, have compassion on us and help us." Jesus answers, "If you can believe, all things are possible to the one who believes." And the father's response is one of the most honest in the entire Bible. "I believe, help my unbelief." Mark 9:24. Read it again. "I believe, help my unbelief." Faith and doubt in the same sentence. Belief and fear in the same heart. And Jesus did not say, "Then I won't heal him because your faith is only halfway." He healed him. Because what Jesus looks for is not flawless faith, it is honest faith. Religion created a metric of faith that the Bible never taught, as if faith were measured in percentages, as if you needed to reach 100% certainty before God would act. But Jesus never treated faith like a test score. He treated it like a seed. And a seed does not need to be big. In Matthew 17:20, he himself said, "If you have faith as a mustard seed, you will say to this mountain, 'Move from here to there,' and it will move." A mustard seed, the smallest of seeds. That is enough. It is not the absence of fear. It is not unshakable certainty. It is not flawless spiritual performance. It is willingness. It is taking the step while trembling. It is bringing the 5 loaves even while thinking they are insufficient. It is saying, "I believe," even with a shaking voice. If today you are tired of trying to produce a faith you do not feel, stop. Jesus is not waiting for you to pretend confidence. He is waiting for you to bring the faith you have, however fragile it may seem, because he never rejected anyone for having fear mixed with belief. He never sent away those who brought doubt along with willingness. Peter sank while walking on the water, and Jesus did not let him drown. He called him man of little faith, not man with no faith at all, because faith was there, small but present, and it was enough for Jesus to stretch out his hand. As it is written in Isaiah 42:3, "A bruised reed he will not break, and a smoldering wick he will not snuff out." Your trembling faith? Still faith. Your faith full of what-ifs? Still faith. Bring it as it is. Jesus knows what to do with little. Jesus never asked for perfect faith. He asked for available faith. Honest faith. Faith the size you can hold today. And with that, he performs miracles. Leave it in the comments. What is the prayer you are afraid to pray because you think your faith is not enough? And if this video brought you relief, leave a like and subscribe to follow the next episodes of the series.